Hey everyone, it's Midnight Neon. I'm back yet again with another Fallout shelter. We're returning once more to our denizens of Vault 41. Hopefully these poor little souls will be able to survive our insanity. After all, most of the legendary Vault Tech overseers were pretty insane. Of course, Vault-Tec itself was in a way insane. I mean, the idea of building underground vaults for survival isn't such a bad thing, but it's what they were doing with them. Social experiment. Oh, looks like somebody's ready to have a baby. Miss Grant gave birth to Willie Grant. Oh, that's interesting. It gave the last name of the mother to the child. I guess Mr. Douglas didn't want responsibility. Oh, and look at that. Little Zachary Lewis is all grown up, finally. Oh, Zach. Have I got a job for you? Alright. We're going to send you there. Where did little young Mr. Lewis go? There he is. You're going to join your mother in the kitchen, pal. So I believe that's where his mom is. Yep, right there she is. Alright. And now we have a new Willie Grant. Which, this is unusual. He's a bit of a charmer, according to those stats. Alright. Now we have at least one staff member per each vault. Well, that's a little better. Excuse me for... There we go. Why were my eyes closed? Okay, it's just me. I guess I must have looked at the camera at the wrong time. My apologies for distractions. Been having a bit of a rough day. I tried to do a two monitor system and it wasn't having it. So I switched back just to the computer. Oh, grand. Raider attack. See, those are the Raider outfits. And doesn't it look a lot like this fella's ninja outfit? I mean, the only thing that really can be considered ninja is the fact that it has a ninja hood on it. Yep, right back into the power generator room. It was a good thing we collected all those stim packs, but I'm going to wait until they defeated the Raiders. Sweet! A rusty 10mm pistol. May not be the gun I would like for them to have, but it is an operational gun. You, my friend, need some help. So there's only one gun in this room, and he's got it, so let's change that. Let's give this lovely lady a gun. Now, I am one vault citizen short of being able to open up new areas of the game. So, we need to do something about that. Oops, I forgot. I have my controller plugged in. It keeps hitting, I keep hitting the controller. Boy, I have the most trouble with that power room, but I really need a little extra boost. There we go. Nice, delicious, yummy electricity. Keeps the lights on. Keeps the vault breathing. Congratulations, citizens. You've leveled up. Yeah, she better keep that, because I think, yeah, he ain't armed, so. Oh no, I found him, but only too late. Oh man. Second shot. There we go. I need to build a second power room, but I need more people to run it. Well, let's see what we got here. Send 4 dwellers to the wasteland. That seems exceptionally like a bad idea. Boy, that diner's really churning out food. Nice job. Sending unarmed dwellers to the wasteland is dangerous, if not outright dumb. I need to send 4 of them. You know what? Alright, let's take a chance. I'll give her a stim pack and hit Explorer. Let's take this guy. Let's see, give him a stim pack and hit Explorer. Ninja Man. He'll go without because I'm running too low and I need to have a few stim packs at least. So 5 weapons or outfits, huh? Yeah, close that. Have 5 male and female couples dance in the living quarters. Sorry, Puggle Wuggle's causing trouble yet again. Well, let's recall everybody from the Wastelands. They didn't say they had to complete anything, just said they had to go into the Wastelands. Actually, no. Check. Here we go. Overseer's office needs 1 more vault dweller. Yeah, he had nothing to collect. She's returning to the vault. He just returned. Well, he managed to get a few caps. She's back. Well, Scott, you're taking your time, aren't you, buddy? Where are you going? I can see you all do not remember your jobs. Here, let me remind you. The rad roach infestation. See, that's kind of why it's important to also try and keep your vault rooms full. Got you this time, seriously. Give me your caps. I do need to get extend that out, but I also need to make another power room too, and that's the other problem I'm doing. Alright. Build it, but I'm going to put it down here. Oh, your strength is super low, buddy. Another vault dweller and quickly. Well, Miss Anderson, looks like you. And Raymond Powell just got picked for vault enhancement purposes. Yes, that's what we would call it. Vault enhancement purposes. Yeah, usually when you have 2 vault dwellers, shall we say, room together, usually their stronger stat is what comes out with the new vault member that they will create together. Yeah, those are the words I'm looking for. Nothing uncomfortable about this situation at all. Oh man, I'm tired. Sorry. Oh. I was originally going to try and do something different tonight. I was actually going to, like I said, I think I may have said this earlier, but I was actually going to use a bigger screen, but there was a slight delay between the model, the game, and the screen itself, so I just went back to using my little computer. Oh, what are we saying to each other? Oh, don't you like that romantic elevator music? So lovely. So lovely. Hey kid, get out of the room. So what are you up to for the rest of your life? Working in the kitchens with you? You should know that by now, silly man. So I do kind of want to really get the overseer's office, because I actually want to put it over here. Because I don't know, if I can build up into the hillside, maybe I'll put it up in there. But I won't know till I build like a bunch of elevators. See, and it only puts a connection point right at the nearest rooms. It doesn't let you go up one to experiment with. Oh, I don't know. There is like that line from the vault door all the way over. If you can see, I don't know if y'all can see. I'll zoom in, but you can see where the dirt pattern displaces, like right there where it looks like it's pouring down and then suddenly it's shifting horizontally instead of downwards. My little peoples, I need to get it together, man. I'm planning ahead, and I need to be focusing on what's in front of me. Which planning ahead's not a bad thing. It's not. I'm actually going to go ahead and extend out the power. I would love to upgrade it. Where is he? That's a kid. There he is. Oh no! It clicked on the room and not the guy. Oh man. Oh well. So, since I'm really not making much progress, I may cut this short and start filming some Five Nights at Freddy's, so you can all see me and screaming as like a little schoolgirl in terror of non-existent animatronic monsters. I really wanted to try and get the others. I should have done that. I was actually at my local library and had unrestricted access today. I could have downloaded tons of games. Of course, they do that if you like schedule it. It's not for everyone. Not everybody gets it. You have to schedule it in advance. Otherwise, you have to use their computers the way they set it up, which is okay, but it really is a massive hindrance when you're a VTuber, because if you want to like edit the videos or something like that, you're dealing with a lot of stuff that they've got set up and in the way, and really all you want to do is just do your thing and be gone, but they don't make it easy on you. Boy, this is boring. Yeah, I can't sell weapons right now because I don't have enough to sell. Oh, they're dancing. They're dancing. Kid, you're really kind of rude, man. Daily report. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, that one kid hadn't been born yet. That's why everybody's like, ah, when the daily report came out. Funny, those little glitches in the game, but you can't help it, dude. Yeah, see, he'd be happier over in the med bay, but we also need Rataways, so I can't move him from there for now. Oh, they're about to make a new vault, citizen. Sorry, I have the TV running in the background because I forgot to shut it off. Oh, goody, flash flood warnings. Yeah, so if suddenly I should cut the video short, I apologize now. Well, I might be alright. It looks like on that weather map it's a little further north than my location, so yeah, I really don't want to have to pull a Markiplier where he had to abandon his house out there in California because of the wildfires. I mean, you gotta go, but when you try to get in your quota for videos, and I'm trying to increase mine, you know, you don't want to have to abandon mid-show. Alright, I know it's going to be a bit of a draw on power, but I'm going to go ahead and extend the science lab. There we go. It means it'll take longer to get Rataway now, but that's okay. Once we start increasing our vault dwellers, and I'll be able to recruit vault dwellers from the wasteland once I get the radio room set up, because not only will it play music, but you can use it to recruit wastelanders to put into the vaults. Dude, that is so rude. You take the seat, but you let the mother of your child stand and take orders. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Weird little man. I don't have kids of my own. I've always wanted kids of my own, but I don't have any. Life can be so very, I'll be honest, it can be so very cruel at times. But anyway, I mean, I don't necessarily get it, how that sort of relationship. I didn't see him anywhere. Maybe I'm just blind. Actually, I am. I have to wear glasses, but since I sit so close to the screen, in order to keep my model's eyes somewhat functional, because I do have a bit of a twitch to my eyes. So I don't necessarily blame all the model's malfunctions on the model itself. It's usually me. So user error. That's why I can't even do like face screen locking on my phone, because it does have that as an option. I can't even do that because my muscles twitch too much. So, I mean, the vault's doing pretty nice. I just wish I had more dwellers so I could move things along faster. So we're at 17, I need 18. I need to upgrade this room here too. By upgrading the living quarters will give us room for more vault dwellers, because I'm about to hit my max occupancy at 18. You see, by upgrading it, it's now 22. Most folks seem to be happy. I think the only one's probably unhappy is little Willie Grant there. Zachary Lewis is more happy now. He's at 75, and he was only 50% happy. So, I like how she's like the happiest of them all. Maybe it's because she's got a kid on the way. I don't know. I've never experienced that sort of life, so I don't know. If there are... You know what? I'm going to throw this out there. If there are any mothers in my audience ever, and you're watching this, leave a comment and tell me, were you happy during that time of your life? Oh, here, he has no gun. You are going to run down there and help that poor man before he gets slaughtered. As well as you. Yeah, you're no match for a rad roach without a gun, dude. And see, that's the other thing. Weapons are useful. Well, I guess he was a match for the red roaches. Darn, I underestimated you, my friend. Oh, I like how when you assign somebody to a room with an emergency, they go back to their original room afterwards. That's a nice little feature. Too bad they didn't institute that feature when people come back from the wasteland. Overall vault happiness is 89%. That's nice. I think I only ever managed to make 100% once, and that was on my phone, so that will probably not ever happen here, but just in case it does, I'm not going to say it won't happen. Yeah, but they only got 38 seconds. I don't know why I waved my little mouse under the 38-second part, because you guys can't see it. I forgot to click that thing where it lets you see the mouse. Usually it's on by default, but I changed it. Excuse me a minute. Okay. Alrighty. So, I'm alright. It's just checking up on the map for the weather service. who knows how much longer we're going to have accurate weather. And I'm not going to go into all that, but yes, the politicians have destroyed a lot of stuff without realizing what they've done, and now they're complaining like, well, why wasn't anyone warned? Well, you cut the budget for the people that warn everyone, so yeah, that's kind of your fault. And that's all I have to say on the matter. I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty. I'm not going to get into the details. I'm not going to sit here and have arguments with people. Just not going to do it. But yeah. So there's that. Okay. As much as I'm enjoying this, it is kind of taking some sweet time. So, yeah, I mean, his little growth meter is going up, but it's painfully slow. So, I am probably... You know, I'm going to check something, because in Fallout 4, they actually have schoolrooms, and I think in Fallout... I don't know. I don't recall seeing schoolrooms in New Vegas. But in Fallout 4, they actually do have a schoolroom for children. In fact, they got 2 of them. I heard him. Where is he? Boom, boom. Where are you, buddy? There you are. No! No, no, no. That's not cool. I found him. Oh. Oh, well. They actually have schoolrooms for kids in Fallout 4. They got 2 of them. One in Diamond City and the other one in, I think it's Vault 81? Where they were running biological experiments on people without telling them about it. Armory classroom. Yes, they do have a classroom. I wonder if I can put kids in there so as to keep them occupied instead of letting them wander all over the vaults. So yes, in my mind, if you're playing this logically, in my mind, it would be better for the kids to be like in a classroom learning about vault life and how we ended up there, rather than letting them wander recklessly about the vault into, say, like the power generators over here. You know, that's just dangerous. But, I mean, after all, this is set in a universe where people kind of got stuck in between, like, the 40s and the 60s in terms of timelines. Like, America just stopped growing, and they just stuck with the worst possible solutions. You know, they had nuclear-powered cars, and that was actually something they thought about doing during those time periods. You know, nuclear-powered robots, the Mr. Handys that you see like gardening or taking care of stuff. I mean, it's nuts, but that could have very easily been the America of today, if you think about it. I mean, like, in the 40s, they had an idea of what the 60s would be like, and then in the 60s, they had an idea what the 80s would be like. And now, I'm not seeing much of the old, the future is tomorrow propaganda, that sort of stuff. But they did have some posters from the 60s about what they thought the 80s would be like, and they thought the 80s would be like, you know, utopian skylines with skyscrapers that have gigantic bubbles in the middle of them where people, like, you know, go shopping and eat and work and all that stuff. And you know, some countries actually have made progress towards something like that, like the mega buildings that they built in Japan, where people literally live, work, and eat all in one building. They never have to leave the building itself. Personally, I don't know if I'd like that kind of life, because I like to get outside when I can. like earlier, I'm gonna tell on myself a bit here, but earlier today, I was cooking dinner, actually cooking lunch, and I was making spaghetti. And see, I actually make my meals like a week in advance, so I'll cook like a big pot of spaghetti and then just break it down into several meals and store it away for later. I do the same thing with like chili and like chicken salad because I got used to making meals for other family members, but now that I'm living alone, it's a hard habit to break. So I've just when I do make a big meal like that, I just break it down into smaller meals and then just store them away until like the next day or the day after. But anyways, as I was making that food, it got harder and harder for me to do it. My back started twisting up on me, and the spine didn't want to work. It wanted to give out. My left leg, because I have something called lymphedema in my legs. It's actually in both my legs, but in my right leg it's almost non-existent. But in my left leg, it gets to the point where the skin will swell and stretch to the skin actually ruptures, and I have an open wound. It can be very painful, and the worst part is you can actually get skin infections from that. See, because your body has germs on it all the time. There's nothing you do. You could wash every day, all day long. There's nothing you can do to get them all off. You will never succeed. So don't even worry about that, because your body's actually used to a certain level of minor germs on it, anyways. But when you have something like lymphedema, it lowers your body's immune response. Now, it's not an immune disease per se, but what's happening is your body is unable to remove the fluids. Like, how do I explain this? Because I have trouble understanding all of it myself. I've been researching it online ever since the doctor diagnosed me with that, and I'm having trouble getting a lot of detailed answers, because there's a lot of conflicting answers. But primarily what it is the fluid that your body makes, that it normally removes through your bladder in the process of urinating. It doesn't work as well for me in my legs, especially my left leg. So it causes the leg to swell with fluids that normally otherwise would not happen. And it gets very painful, and it looks awful. It does give you body dysmorphia. Okay? That's a mental response to something that is awful, and you can control it to a degree. But a lot of people think that it's just you're just not taking good care of yourself or whatever, and that's not true. See, because everything's on fire. Because I used to work, and I worked pretty darn hard. I used to work 2 jobs at a time, and I can't do that anymore. Because I used to work for, I'm not going to say the company I used to work for just because I do not want to deal with them, but the company I used to work for, you see how the little vault dwellers stand all the time? That's pretty much how I used to work. I would stand on my feet in one spot all the time, just doing monotonous things over and over again, like how that guy just spins his wheel, and how that guy just works on his clipboard, and how she just keeps shaking that bottle, but she never moves from that one spot. Well, that actually causes problems in your legs. And the worst part is these companies, they know this, but they don't care. And the what kills me is, like, when I see those cashiers at the checkout lines, the ones that sit there and wait on person after person, because I know a lot of stores have gone over to the self-checks. Woo, self-checks. Just so y'all know, you're paying for the honor of doing the job that someone else got paid to do. You're now losing out twice in a way. Just so you know. But there are those stores that have both, and when I see those folks there, whether they're young or middle-aged or old or elderly, I feel sorry for them, because I know that is a painful job just to stand there all day. And they don't always get their breaks like the companies will tell you they do. Because it's actually a very thankless job at times. Now, there's been a few times where people have tried to thank me, and they tried to give me like a tip or something, and I've unfortunately, because it is common practice among a lot of companies, they tell you not to accept tips or gifts because they don't want you being a weakness to their bottom line, because they're afraid you might give somebody something for free, and oh Lord, Lord forbid that someone gets something that might make their life a little better for a little bit less cost. I mean, hey, whatever, man. Anyway, but those companies, they're smart. They've researched this stuff. They know what's going on. They know the full skinny on the whole deal. They just really don't care. I mean, it's a heck of a thing to live with, because once you have this, there's no cure for it. It's a lot like certain types of cancer. You can only hope that the radiation treatments will make it go away, but in my case, there is no radiation treatment. There is therapies that make it livable, but quite often, if you are someone who's on Medicaid or no insurance at all, you don't get those therapies, so your problem only gets worse. There's just so many issues with it, and a lot of companies and a lot of even doctors don't really know what to do with it unless they specialize in that particular sort of thing, which thankfully I got lucky, and my family doctor, he does specialize in that, so he knows what I go through. I mean, because he'll actually inspect the skin and check my leg over to make sure there's no open wounds or lesions, or make sure that the fluid is getting out properly and that sort of stuff. Why am I going to rush that? It was only 25 seconds. What am I thinking? Sorry, I got to talking about my own problems, and I forgot to pay attention to the game, but it's just something I want people to be aware of, I guess. Not just for me, but for others, because I have to make do with it as best I can. And when you have to drag your leg because it weighs more than... Let's put it this way. The fluid that builds up will put like an extra 25 pounds, and that's just a high estimate, to be honest. but it will put extra, like an extra 25 pounds on your leg, and you're just dragging it at that point. And of course, the longer you stand on it, the worse it gets. And of course, the insurance companies, they'll tell you, oh, you can just get something over the counter, so that they can excuse not paying for proper therapy, or they have these leg wraps, which you have to be measured for to treat it as well. So, yeah. That's what I deal with every day. It does not go away for me. I can go to bed, and I got this wedge thing that normally you would use it for your head, but I put it under my leg to get the fluid to go down out of my body. And even then, I still have a swollen leg when I get up in the morning. There's just nothing that can be done about it. And that's all there is to it. And it's actually crippling. If it's crippling for me, I know it's crippling for people who have it severely in both legs. And the images they show you for lymphedema, I'm going to tell you right now, those images, they're not doctored. They're not. But they're also misleading, because most of the images they show people are generally milder cases, so they're not overwhelming, because when you see the real thing for yourself, it is overwhelming. And I applaud those people who are brave enough to let people take those images, because even though theirs isn't nearly as bad as some others, it still takes a lot of bravery to show the world this condition, especially when everybody wants to shun you for it. It's like, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. Why are you being so mean to people? It's like, just stop. Because as perfect as you think you might be, you're already imperfect. The moment you start thinking you're perfect, you're imperfect. That's just how it is. Because and now I'm wanting to go on a religious swing, so I'm going to stop right there. But hold on a minute. I am super thirsty after yakking like a mindless teenage zombie that I once used to be as a kid. Oh, by the way, I was watching some shorts clips on YouTube. I was surprised that Fillion made such a basic mistake and basically exposed her age to everybody on the internet. She was, if I read that correctly, she was 31. That was the fastest time my brain ever did math. Like, whoa! It's like, no way. One of my favorite VTubers, Fillion of all people, is that age. I was like, the way she tumbles, I was thinking more like 20. It's like she can do flips and tumble. It's like, wow, whoa. I have a feeling Fillion could have been a gymnast. I mean, with the skills she shows, with some proper focus and training. But our silly Philly, she likes to she likes to eat her gummy snacks and goof around on the internet just like the rest of us. So, I need to catch up with some of the other VTubers, but once you start doing VTubing yourself, it does get a bit more difficult to stay up with everybody. It's like you have to do it constantly, and once you start doing this yourself, it's a bit different. I mean, I wasn't even sure I was actually recording right. This is like my second attempt at this video. Oh, all right. I think I am going to save our game. Okay. And I'm probably going to switch to a different game. And the next game might be the Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria Simulator. just hoping to see you all there. Oh man, what a day! What a day! Let me see. I really got to start setting this up ahead of time. Whoops. Anyways, see you all later.